Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have started a series of videos on data structures and algorithms. This series of videos will help you to understand the concepts of data structures and algorithms very easily. In my previous videos, I have covered various topics like data structures, its types, then algorithm, time complexity, space complexity, pointers, memory allocations. All these videos are provided in the description box. You can check the link and watch those videos. Now let us start this video. In this video, I am going to explain about recursion. What is recursion? Now, the process in which a function calls itself directly or indirectly is called recursion, and the corresponding function is called a recursive function. Basically, a recursive function solves a particular problem by calling a copy of itself and solving smaller subproblems of the original problem. Many more recursive calls can be generated as and when required. So it is essential to know that we should provide a certain case in order to terminate this recursion process. So with the help of recursive algorithms, certain problems can be solved quite easily. Recursion cannot be applied to all the problems, but it is more useful for the task that can be defined in terms of similar subtasks. For example, sorting, searching, and traversal problems. Any problem that can be solved recursively can also be solved iteratively. However, some problems are best suited to be solved by the recursion. For example, towers of Hanoi, Fibonacci series, factorial finding, etc. Now let us understand the properties of recursion. The first property is that performing the same operation multiple times with different inputs. The second property of recursion is that in every step we try smaller inputs to make the problem smaller. And the third property is that base condition is needed to stop the recursion, otherwise infinite loop will occur. So these are some properties of recursion. Now, how to implement recursion in a function? In order to implement recursion in a function, few steps are there. The first step is define a base case, which means that identify the simplest case for which the solution is known or trivial. This is the stopping condition for the recursion, as it prevents the function from infinitely calling itself. The second step is define a recursive case, which means define the problem in terms of smaller subproblems. Break the problem down into smaller version of itself and call the function recursively to solve each subproblem. The third step is that ensure the recursion terminates. That means make sure that the recursive function eventually reaches the base case and does not enter an infinite loop. And the last step is combine the solution, which means that combine the solutions of the subproblems to solve the original problem. These are few steps in order to implement recursion in a function. So the next topic is, why do we need recursion? So the first point is code simplified. Recursion is an amazing technique with the help of which we can reduce the length of our code and make it easier to read and write. So programmers can create code that is elegant and concise by using recursion. The next point is solves difficult issues. So complex problems that are challenging or impossible to solve using iterative methods can be solved with the help of recursion. Next is improving readability. So in comparison to the iterative function, recursive functions are frequently simpler to read and comprehend. So these are some few points with the help of which we understood why we should need recursion. Now let us have a look at the difference between recursion and iteration. So in recursion, the base case becomes true, then it terminates, whereas when the base condition becomes false, iteration terminates. Recursion is used with functions, whereas iterations are used with loops. Every recursive call needs extra space in the stack memory, whereas every iteration does not require any extra space. In recursion, the code size is smaller, whereas in iteration, the code size is larger. Now, next topic is, what are the applications of recursion? The first application is tree and graph traversal. So recursion is frequently used for traversing and searching data structures such as trees and graphs. Recursive algorithms can be used to explore all the nodes or vertices of a tree or graph in a systematic way. The next application is sorting algorithms. Recursive algorithms are also used in sorting algorithms such as quicksort and merge sort. These algorithms use recursion to divide the data into smaller subarrays or sublists, sort them, and then merge them back together. The third application of recursion is divide and conquer algorithms. Many algorithms that use a divide and conquer approach, such as the binary search algorithm, use the recursion to break down the problem into smaller subproblems. And the last application is the backtracking algorithms. Backtracking algorithms are used to solve problems that involve making a sequence of decisions where each decision depends on the previous ones. These algorithms can be implemented using recursion to explore all possible paths and backtrack when a solution is not found. Thank you everyone for watching the video till the end. Like, share and subscribe for more videos.